foods. You can say it in businesses. So, and you the organic goddess.
Okay, okay. 1, 2, 3, microphone check. What up, though? From an indigenous girl from the D, chiming in on the one time, on the ones, the twos, and the threes, in reference to organic farming, organic sustainability, just an organic space of being. I am an indigenous sister, third generation Detroiter, from mom, grandmom, grandfather, Cherokee, Choctaw, and Haitian. So I chime in reference to land reconciliation, um, reconciling, recapturing some of the indigenous land space, original to the Ottawas, the Jibbawas, and the Patawamis here in the city of Detroit. Honor to the elders and gratitude to the gods. I have a half an acre farm space here on the north side of Detroit. Um, healing, healing, healing. And how do we best heal? We best heal through what we put into our body. Um, so that's what Mama Tree is all about, sustaining, implementing sustainable practices every day of my life, giving this space to my children and to my grandchildren, which are a big part of my Young Farmers program here at Treetop Groves Farm. Treetop Blends LLC, as we are doing business as under Treetop Blends, which is an LLC, a limited liability corporation that was birthed out of a place of healing, dealing with herbal blends, and now being an agriculturalist and an organic farmer. I'm able to grow much of our herbs that we supply from the farm. Uh, we have a 2,156 square feet hoop house. We have chickens. We have babies. We have community engagement. We have just real hood girl that went into corporate America trying to change her life, change her viewpoint into the empirical, systematic induction, indoctrination that I thought I was supposed to be in. But going down through the years and coming to a place of understanding that all that shit was trauma. From my mama to my grandmama, my great grandmother, experiencing nothing but trauma. Uh, inflicted trauma based upon alcoholism, based upon heroin and crack cocaine. And then they tried to get me with the 90s with the crack. But nothing prevailed because I am the curse breaker. I am the perpetual loop escaper. Um, I am a legacy maker. Um, I am ma'at in terms of the laws and the precepts that are justified in me, Ashe O. Um, Understanding that I'm here for a season and not for a long time, and that there is work for me to do, Ashe. Understanding that no good thing shall be kept from me, and it is time for me to walk in all things good. Understanding that nothing good outside of good am I accepting. I reject anything that is unhealthy and unwell to me. So I feel highly favored, highly accepted of who have an ear to hear, let them listen. And that those that don't, I am offendless, because what's for me is for me and will be recognized. I am grateful for this day. I'm grateful for you, Fee, for having this platform to allow me to articulate the love, the care that the Most Highs have granted to me, in terms of the legions and legions and legions of ancestors that are evoking a way and making a way for me, understanding that it's not about the weapon form, but it's that my focus is so strong and so on me that the enemy draws back because he cannot touch me no way, as I recognize him not. I only recognize the greatness that is in me. So therefore they are disqualified even in the factorization of what is to go forward. So I am on fire for the self-love. As I had to be rejected in all those complicated and difficult spaces to be recognizable to who I am, to my very self. Mama, Goddess Supreme, Mama Tree. So I'm living my life in this space. This is a practice. This is new to me. I didn't come here like this. I had to learn my way, in terms of self-love, in terms of self-revitalization, self-creation, self-resilience, self-determination, and then in the place of self, meeting others in their relationship with their very selves. And then that be the place of agreement to go forward and kingdom build, because it's now about kingdom building. As the old way has been rejected and come to the end, it's about Jubilee. So I rise to the occasion of Jubilee in all my extensions, in all my applications. I rise to the Jubilee, higher calling, calling
Ashe.
out to those who are like-minded, and I listening and responding to those who are like-minded in me. So therefore I yield the floor, big sister. And I pass it back over the mic because I see some other people on here too. What up, though?
Man, man. I told you, Fee. I told you, so come with that energy. Come dropping them jewels, man. That's great, man. That's great. That is great.
Just knocking over, I'm kicking everything. I'm like, uh-oh, this is right out.
Right, right. I'm over here like man. But I already knew she was gonna bring that energy just by talking to her the other day. You know, I already knew it. Um, what's my Mama Tree? What's the why is it so like okay, you go to the grocery store and the organic food, the more healthier food is expensive and the unhealthy food is cheaper. Why is it like that?
Well, it's always about the dollar. And when you're dealing with big producers, and many times those big producers are corporations, and those corporations will marginalize the people to maximize their dollars. So this is something that is practiced because all everybody want to make some money,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody don't want to heal and provide healthy food to people. So it kind of goes, I would say, for me, to the heart of things. What is the heart of a man? Everybody don't want the same outcomes. Everybody doesn't want everyone to be healthy and to be well. So there are many, many different agendas. We could speak to many of them. We could speak to not wanting Black people or poor people to raise up out of their current space. We could speak to the fact of marginalizing people to have greater profits. We could speak to the fact that there's so much trauma on the other end of producing your own food. As sharecroppers and enslaved people, we worked the land, and that did something to our psyche. There's much trauma associated with laboring your own space. So, therefore, it is a psychological trauma on our end that we continue to go to these places called grocery markets and buy food instead of producing our very own. So, something in terms of the trauma and the programming has led us to this continual cycle. But it is time for us to break from that cycle and begin to produce our own food. And the more that we practice the production, the more that we will produce and the better that we will get at it. I am a farmstead, so much of what I produce, I do eat, I do consume. Um, and it's nothing like pulling some carrots from the soil and chopping up grabbing some spinach and some onions, making your whole meal, getting you some collards uh, out of the ground and cleansing them and preparing the meal for you and your family. Nothing like going into where the chickens are and talking to the girls and grabbing you 14 chicken eggs to be able to come in and have the protein for your family. It's nothing like seeing those chickens sit on the egg and be diligent in sitting and then come out and see five little chicks running around in the shelter that you provided to keep them in the springtime. You get to see nature in its full capacity. And then not only that, you are fulfilled as you are able to walk on your land space. You're able to create value added products in your land space. You're able to sustain yourself in your land space and not only sustain yourself but sustain community. Many times community is not open to the trauma of a food system right in close proximity. So
Mm.
we got to heal. We still healing in order to be able to enjoy Jubilee. um, we got to heal. And the way that we heal is through organic food. The way that we heal is through organic herbs. The way that we heal is communion, all of us coming together, sharing knowledge, providing stories. So the farm space serves as this wonderful place of healing. And I'm a Libra. I am my art. So my energy is high, but I do have the ability to control myself. So every now and again, I'll get high, but then I bring myself back into the space of balance. So
Mm.
this is my second podcast. So
Okay.
I'm learning the etiquette. I'm learning the camera doesn't have to be so up close. I'm going to invest in some good earphones so that I can be in the village in a sense of, because the word has to go out, the vibration has to go out to the people in order for the frequency to be raised. So
Mm. That's
so I
right.
love
Hey.
I love farming. I do. It changed my life.
Mhm.
When I first bought the land space, it wasn't about farming. I just followed what the ancestor said. The ancestor said, "You're gonna buy these lots." My corporate past as a notary public, um, being able to handle technology, being a network administrator, having that skill set allowed me to handle the business end and capture my parcels. But the land just kept calling me in a different regard. It began to call me into a different space. Um, it brought healing. And then after
Mm.
it brought healing, it brought me nourishment. I can go out there, I can go out there and pick me some mustards and some turnips and bring them babies in and throw me some turkey tails in there and get all my nourishment.
Not
Mm.
turkey tails.
So
That turkey
Oh,
tail,
turkey
hey.
and some turkey tails, man, and then get the cayenne out there. Also, grab the onions. Also, grab me some celery. Also, grab me some red peppers. Also, and then the farm allows you to be able to succession plan. You can succession plant, meaning you grow one crop and then immediately when the season changes, you're growing something additional.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sustain the land will sustain you. And we are connected to the land. This is our indigenous space. There is no place that you could have went where you could not find indigenous melanated people throughout the entire land space of this planet.
I say. I
But
say.
yet,
yeah.
but yet we getting into a higher frequency. You know what is
Yeah.
ours is being returned to us, and the natural order of things are returning. We understand the principles that we must follow as the indigenous higher frequency people. We know what we supposed to do. They just got to get in line and do what they supposed to do. So that's
Right.
what's happening right now. So ashe,
Mm-hmm.
ashe, ashe. Honor to the
I say.
gods and gratitude to the elders, because without them we would not be here. So Fee, I want to
That's
put you
true.
on this one cut, sister. I got to put you on this cut, that Jill Scott new album. Oh baby.
Really?
I say that song. I say. Oh my God, that's one of my
Hey,
favorites.
Ashe, then she got one ode to Nikki. Hey, we are not in no perpetual loop, my baby. It is on and popping. We are being called to do
What?
certain things. Continue to be called and be effectual in your calling. All of us that are present. So
Yes.
the time is at hand. So all honor to all of us who are effectually doing what we are called to do.
I say. I say.
You just
Man, she
stirring it
dropping the
up.
jewels, ain't she, B? She lighting it up.
Okay, I'm outside. The sun just shifted, and I'm looking kind of crazy
Yes.
right now. But but man, I mean, we're talking about something, with the indigenous. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so I'm I literally am. I live on the Osage, and I work and live on Greenwood, Black Wall Street. I walk these streets every day, with my business on these streets every day, and I see some beautiful black. When I say black, I mean beautiful black, and as they say, Indian, and they are, as we speak, reclaiming the land. From the 1921, race riot and all of that stuff, and it's slowly coming around. Greenwood is slowly coming around, and we're getting
Mm.
there, and we're gonna get our land back. It's coming.
Power to the people. Power to the people. So I'm all about this. I'm about the wholeness. Um, as a sister that was born um, during the Black Revolutionary period, I would say, in my opinion, because this is me and everybody have their opinion, I would say that this separated us from the wholeness. So I'm not peaceful. Um, I'm about the whole thing, about the whole body being restored, not submitting to nothing in reference to the whole tribe being restored, all of the tribes being restored. So I see that coming. I see that for not just my generation, but the future generations. So that's the type of time I'm on. And I just love it here.
Mm. It's amazing, man. That is amazing. Yeah, we tell you, ain't no stopping us. Ain't no stopping us now. Ain't
Ain't no
no
stopping
stopping you.
us. And
Nope.
I've been kicking it with some bays, and
Hmm.
I'm so full of gratitude for the work of the higher frequency workers who have been working far before our lights came on to this higher frequency thing. This high frequency thing been happening, but everybody's timing is different. Everybody's third eye don't come on at the same time, so therefore we have to be graceful with each other. We have to be full of grace for ourselves, and we have to be full of grace for others. Because everybody light don't come on at the same time, and everybody not tuned in to the same FM channel. You got some on 107.5, one on 102.7, one on 97.9, one on this, one on that, one on that. So therefore, we have to be graceful. So in our gracefulness, that covers all things. So I'm not one for mercy, because I don't. I'm really trying to overcome any wickedness. So therefore, I ask not for mercy. I just ask to be grateful, graceful in my gratitude,
Yes.
and just understand others for their spaces. And even when I can't find any understanding, be respectful, because we all not built the same. You know, you might be built one way, I might be built another way, but where we do meet in the terms of agreement is respect and care. I might not agree with the way you do things, and you might not agree with the way that I do my thing. But as long as we are respectful and caring and graceful with one another, then that's when we have the ability to walk in agreement. That is the agreement. And in order for us all to walk together, there must be agreement.
I say. I say. Man. So
And
Tree.
also understanding the importance of one another. I'm not more important than anybody in the collective. We all important. We all might do something or move a little differently, but if one without the other, we ain't nothing at all.
Right.
Cause I need the mechanic to fix the tractor. If the mechanic can't fix the tractor, then how I'm gonna grow the food to get to the mechanic? So there
Right.
are no little I's and big U's. We all come into the thing together to sustain, and that's what it's about. It's about sustainability until the jubilee comes, and that's the preparation. That's the work.
Mm. I say.
Right.
Man.
Go ahead,
I told
Rob.
you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, Tree. So how long have you been growing your own food? I meant to ask you that in the beginning, but you know.
No worries, no worries. So look, I'm so new to this.
Uh-huh.
I'm so new to this that many times the elders, well, I'll give you a little bio. So I've only been growing food for about 3 years.
Okay.
But yet I've been immensely educated in terms of organic farming. So I have certification as an organic farmer through the Michigan State University Extension Program. I've taken several other courses in organic sustainability. And the fact that I live this and eat this and breathe this every day. And additionally, um, just the land. When you love it, it love you back. When you continually supply goodness to it, it comes back and delivers goodness back to you. So
Mhm.
I firmly believe in composting, using compost and practicing NPK, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Leaning into good organic products, um, succession planting, cross planting, and just being deliberate and loving the land and the land loving me back. So
Wow. That's
yeah,
amazing. That is amazing,
it is
man.
amazing. Hey, I'm so geeked about this. You know, geek mean excited for the young folks. But I'm so geeked about this to be an organic farmer. You know, my history. I grew up in the '80s where I chased the block. I was a hot girl. You know what I mean? That was what um the trend was in the '80s. Um, so being not conscious nor woke, I followed the agenda and the propaganda that was given to me. So I
Okay.
was a direct war on drugs girl. Um, and the war was on me. Not to mention that I had already had warfare from the war that you placed on my mama and my grandmama. So because you didn't destroy them, and when I say you, I mean the United States federal government,
Government,
who
right.
had an agenda to destroy a group of people. So that was a battle. That was a battle because in the '90s, a lot of black people were murdered, were killed by other black people from a crack cocaine epidemic that shattered the lives of generations of people um, through the crack epidemic. So
That's
I survived that. You know, I made it out of that thinking of supplying my community um, crack cocaine. So I overcame that, and then I ran to corporate America, learning technology, messing around with Windows 3.5 and this operating system, DOS. That's right before GUI, graphical user interface, came into play, which is Windows, and a little bit following, Apple and Macintosh. So that was one of my ways out, but I still was um, corporate America working, trying to pay the bills, trying to take care of five beautiful children and be what I needed to be for my old man. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
yeah, so a lot of trauma. There's some other things that I won't go into in terms of trauma. My sister was murdered um in
Wow.
2012. She was murdered. Some real bad dudes abducted her, Ashley Conaway and Abria Brown, and murdered them. So that was a traumatic experience to lose your baby sister when you are the protector and the elder and the keeper. um and that was trauma. And in that trauma, I was on opiates at that time. That same thing that our great president worked to dismantle. So that was pharmaceutical drugs, because I was in a car accident, and that car accident traumatically injured me. So I needed to take a Vicodin every day. And then that Vicodin turned into addiction. But again, I told you that I was resilient and overcoming, so that there was nothing that the enemy could do to impede, nor stop me, nor break me. So I stand here today, a testimony of everything that was threw at me to dismantle me, to impede me, to break me. I stand here recreated, whole, strong, mother, grandmother, businesswoman, entrepreneur, just so many different extensions of me. So I am filled with joy and grateful on this wonderful day to be before you all. It is a great space to be alive. It's a great space to stand. Many times we forget our wonderful abilities. Just to blink your eyes. Somebody can't blink his eyes just stuck open, can't blink.
Mm.
So gratitude is our grounding and centering place. So
Gratitude.
ashe to the gods, ashe to the people that battled and contended and didn't have the substance, because many people don't have the substance to not break and not bend. But it was something in me, something in you, something in us, something in we that gives us the ability to be here today. So I'm honored.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
I
I
say, you
say,
got
yeah.
my whole soul just like, oh man. It's amazing. We're so
So,
happy to have you on the. I'm
We
sorry, go ahead.
amazing. You amazing. You, sir. In your higher frequency, because I'm a giver. I always got to honor you and your exampleship. You know what I mean? I watched you for a long time just continue to raise your frequency and saying he doing his thing. First it was the exercise. You was doing your exercise and you was getting there, and then you started to go higher, and then it was something else you was doing, and you started to go higher, and then everything on the outside of you, you started to have this glow around the top of your head because you could see the ascension. So Ashe, oh to you, brother, for
Thank
your
you. Thank you.
exampleship
Give
and your
thanks.
leadership.
Thanks. I definitely give thanks. I am definitely excited, man, to have you on the podcast, the Frequency Higher Talk podcast. We were Mama Tree talking about our business and the importance of growing your own food. Um, what I
It's a
want to know
simple thing.
is, mhm.
It's a
What I
simple
want to
thing.
know
Put a
is,
seed in the ground. Put a seed in the
fact,
ground.
facts,
Get
facts,
some dirt. Start where you
facts.
are. Be what you
Yeah,
be. And be honorable and open to nothing but goodness, and it will come in. Be open to goodness. Reject
yeah,
wrong. It's time for us to reject wrong. We can't serve two masters. And the
facts.
master of thyself, who you want to be the master of, good or bad. So it's easy.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even mention the fact that I have wonderful children and grandchildren. And then I have an 11-year-old son. I have 7 children in total. Um, 6 of
Mhm.
them adults. Turned around when I was 47 and have a beautiful 11-year-old son who is articulate, intelligent. Been
Okay.
reading since he's 3 years old.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
God is good. The gods are
All the
good.
time.
The gods
They
are
are.
good.
They are. They are. Definitely. Definitely. Um,
I,
I wanted to ask you too, Mama Tree, is about I watched the documentary a while ago. They were saying how the government was trying to stop farmers for growing their food. They wanted them to do it their way. Is it still going on like that?
Well, that's such a
I'm
that's
quite sure.
such a broad. That's very broad. So what I'll say to um I haven't got that mandate or
Okay.
that energy towards me, because many times people are on different levels of what they're doing. So maybe that's people with 20 acres or 15 acres, something in terms of acreage. Um,
Mhm.
I'm growing on a smaller scale, but I don't see myself staying at a smaller scale, because my whole objective is to continue to purchase land, continue to
Mhm.
cultivate the land so much that each area will grow a specific food or a specific um, herb. So
Mhm.
it's all about upscale. It's all about production. It's all about sustainability. It's all about healthy. Um, and if other people aren't doing it, somebody got to do it, and somebody
I
got to
said.
do it big. Somebody got to keep on doing it. Um, and if ain't nobody doing it, then that's a call for me to do it.
right.
I say. I
Thank
say. I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah, yeah. My
So
mother is in Detroit, and you just I wonder, do they ever think about that? If they ever thought about that. My grandmother she passed away maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but I still have aunts, great aunts, my mother's sisters. They're still there, and I'm thinking like, everybody has such a negative thing, but you right there, you right there, and look what you're doing. There's no reason for nobody not to be able to tap in. No reason at all. And I love the fact that where you are and what you are doing, because you don't hear about that there. I spent about 5 years in Detroit, and I didn't see none of that. That, man, it would be so wonderful if any black person would have said, "I got a farm." You got a farm, man. I'd have been on it. I love outside fresh air. You know, I don't really have a green thumb, but I love the fact that I have access to that. And I love hearing that you have access to that and you're doing it. You are the access. So I can't wait to spread the word. I'm excited. You hear about, the Warrens or anything in Detroit, when you hear about them, oh, that's us. I gotta let and this organic, because we have family members that have passed away from certain diseases. Well, that's the key to healing. It's not medicine, you know, it's organic foods, and so many people need to hear that. So many people need to feel that, coming from you, coming from your vessel. People can say it, but when you look at you and the way that you're speaking, you can see it all over you, and that's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. You can see everything that you're saying, your energy, you can see it all over you. And when I say it's beautiful, it is beautiful, because I have
Hey,
in my family, what you're talking about, it wiped out a whole generation. A whole generation is the reason that, I was adopted. My parents wiped out my parents, wiped out their siblings, just wiped them out, and that whole generation of children were raised by other people, other family members. It's a lot deeper than what we're seeing. The disease, the HIV, man, family full of them, children born with it, because they didn't know no better. The government literally, the town that I live in, literally came in there. When they say they dropped guns and drugs, yeah, they did all of that, and wiped out my parents' generation, wiped them out. Most of them are all gone. Any of them that are here, they barely hanging on by a thread, or they use other things. I've heard them say, well, crack is okay. Crack don't kill you like meth. I just smoke crack. You just smoking crack. You know,
See,
I don't get it.
I would definitely agree with you that the mindset, the outcomes of um, the infiltration, because it's all infiltration, and the mindset. Um, I s- it's still a active space. It is still active, meaning not necessarily the behavior, but the outcomes. Trauma. I'm a community health worker as well. So I'm certified through Corewell Health. And through research, it is found that we live the trauma even from within our mother's womb. We live the trauma even through the DNA mitochondria. So that's why some of maybe you might have diabetes is hereditary, or maybe some of health issues are hereditary, because that demonic force transcends into the DNA mitochondria from the mother with the baby in the womb. That goes all the way from every generation, because every child has been in their mother's womb. So when you look back on the very first mother can be traced, or the very last child can be traced all the way back to that physical mother. That's why when you go to ancestry.com or you do a blood test, they can tell what your ancestry is, because it goes all the way back to the original mother. So many times again, that trauma that we experience from our mother transcends to the child. And we are the biggest bearers of the world trauma because we have the womb. We are the portal. No one comes through this earth unless they come through the womb of a woman. Now, test tube, I don't know all about that. And any other unnatural way. But in terms of the natural order, everything must come in terms of life through the mother's womb. So, this is why the world has been masculinated to remove the woman, the woman, from her rightful place, from the throne of the world, to keep us separated from the true healing and the true goodness. But it is on its way. Jubilee is here. It cannot be stopped. It
Yes.
cannot be stopped. So, what must happen as high frequency, we cannot use the space as a space of pride. Yes, I'm a high frequencier and you're a low vibrator. No, no, no. The platform must be used to educate. The platform must be used to say, Jubilee is coming. Wherever you are in your downtrodden, wherever you are in your faithlessness, wherever you are in your place, rise up because Jubilee has come for you as well. It is just not for the high vibrators, it's for us all. So come unto me what is good. We just the light of what it can be because we have no worries no more, no more worries. And we stand in that place. So now we have to help others to change how they think, how to ground yourself when you angry and mad and don't see a way. When every answer is inside of you. Farming was a answer for me. How am I going to leave my family some legacy? My mom and my grandmama didn't leave me nothing.
Yes. Yes.
How do I regain my indigenous space in order to be claimed indigenous? That way that I can place my children in the umbrella of an indigenous. How can I place my children under their Cherokee heritage? How can I place my children under their Choctaw heritage? How can I prevent the implementation of agenda on the next generation? What's the next thing gonna be? Promethazine? What they got next for the babies? What must we do to warn the next generation of the wickedness that people will do for profit? What must I do? What must I do to protect my grandson? What must I do to protect my son? What knowledge, what education must I give them? What exchange, what trust must I impartake from myself to give to them that they may have a space? What implementation from the grave must I write into the trust that they will not fumble the shit that I leave them?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Bumpy Johnson, the biggest gangster in New York, he had a game plan, even from the grave.
Yep.
He implemented power. I want to tap into my full power while I walk this earth in a fleshly realm. Because when my flesh come off, I will not need no pearly gates or no roads of heaven. I will have a cerebral and a spine and two bulging eyeballs that don't see flesh. The capacity of the eyeball changes. So we must get ready. We must prepare ourselves, not for this walk, not for this life, but we must prepare ourselves to be engaged when that time comes. So that's my mission. My mission is to enjoy heaven right here on this earth. My mission is to prepare a place for my children now and then implement a plan because I know they kids and they don't know no better. I got to implement the plan. I got to put it together righteously. I don't got no time to sleep nor play. I'm 58 years old. I played enough. I was foolish long enough. Wisdom instructions must be before me. I must implement the plan.
Ashe.
Say, man. Man. Ooh.
So
And
this is my part to the
my
collective. We all got to identify what our part is. What role do you play? What role do you play in collective building? What role do I play in sustainability? This is not for everybody.
Right.
mm,
It's the us, the we, and the ours. And then you're going to need some gunners. We're going to have some gangsters. They play their
Yep.
part too. We're going to have enforcers in the collective. We're going to have people who protect the tribe. Because when you're building, it needs to be protected. Everybody got to know their role that they play. And everybody got to be diligent in the role that they play. And we didn't come to play.
not at all.
Not at all.
Not
We
at
we
all.
seen enough play. We seen them play with us. It's play is over with.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
exactly how I
I'm
feel about it. 'Cause y'all done too long.
Big sis. Big sis. You
Played
doing
too
your
hard,
part. Fee.
and
Mama Fee.
I'm I'm not gonna play with.
You nothing to
You
play
know, I
with, Ma.
like you. I'm like you. I
Brother
raised
Red.
9 kids, and out of that 9, I had 7 sons. And
Mm,
baby,
mm, baby.
I had to do it, and I did it. And they some upstanding young men, great fathers, but they still know Mama will knock you out.
Clearly.
So I'm not,
I can
I'm not
I can
saying
hear it. I
never.
can hear it in you. I can hear it in you, master teacher.
Here. Um, I was a pastor for over 20 years, married to a pastor, did that whole life. All my kids got Bible names. I lived that life, lived lived it. And
Yes, they got Bible
I'm
names.
took
That's what
all of my
I'm
Bible names. I Jeremiah, Faith,
So
Sarah,
you know
Yeah.
the
Abraham.
difference. So you know the difference between the blessed and the beloved. See?
There you
So
go.
I am 100 on the beloved. That's how I'm moving. As the master teacher was writing to had them write to the beloved. Timothy, Paul, all of them wrote to the beloved for such a time as this. So I know a little bit about the word too. Um, I went through first Christianity, then I went to Judaism, then after that I went there and everywhere. But now I think that there's a little bit of everything sprinkled up into this one creature. A lot of principles have come from many different places to make me whole, but that's what religion is. You got all of these different religions that achieve separate things, but when you culminate them and you bring them all together, then you have a combined powerful arsenal. So, religion is good for some. I'm not a religious person. I'm more in the spiritual aspect, but yet I do understand much of the principles that were given to us via the vehicle of the Bible and its transliteration. because they took that holy word that was Hebrewic and lessened it, made it less impactful with the English transliteration. And so we can't go by that transliteration because it doesn't provide the full impact of power. And kingdom building people who are building must have full power. We can't have a little bit of power. We can't have some power, but we got to have all of our powers. So connecting directly to the land is where that come from. And connecting directly to above is where it come from. And then wrapping it all up together in the inside, that's that threefold pattern. So I'm definitely about the threefold. I'm definitely about if two or three be gathered in the goodness thereof. Likewise is the Most High in the tabernacle. So we are definitely in a sacramental tabernacle, sacrificing all things that are untransparent. So our sacrifice is transparency. We coming in here giving our 100, laying 100 on the altar and allowing the Most Highs to see our 100 in order to make it pliable and workable and buildable and doable. So that we may be able to proceed because you need to be edified. Martez needs to be edified, and so does Mama Tree. And then everyone who can watch this podcast can be edified because the people be weak because they have nothing, no substance, nothing to nourish them, nothing to fulfill them. And then when they sleep, they thinking about all the stuff that they don't have. And when you are a sustainer maker, you will take what you do have and make it into something more. So,
That's
gratitude.
what we do.
We do.
That is what we do. Whatever we
That's what
put
we
our
do.
hands on.
I'm glad to be
Yeah.
here doing it with you.
Yeah. What we at, Fee?
We are,
Uh,
let's see. Look, I've been having a good time. I ain't paid no attention.
hey, I
No
haven't
attention
either,
to
man.
time.
Man, my soul is just this has been amazing. Man, you really touched
Yes,
my
sir. Y'all,
soul, Mama Tree. You really touched my soul. We had great people on the podcast, but this one right here was, oh my God, you lit it on fire.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be in the service,
Yeah.
and that's the service of um us.
Mhm.
Um,
yes.
my people are very very important to me, you know.
Mhm.
But and when I say my people, I mean us all. But yet, um, but we got to build. Everybody ain't ready to build, so
Yeah.
it's certain people that are going to build in order to provide shelter. Um, provide covering because everybody ain't prepared to be covered.
Not sure. Yeah. Yep.
So the laborers, the builders, the sustainers, the agriculturalists, the environmentalists, because at the end of the day, our neighborhoods are eroding. Our poor neighborhoods are eroding. That's a whole nother topic in terms of environmental sustainability. And many of our homes don't know it. They want more sidewalk. Put some more sidewalk. No, we need unpermeable places. We need more places that will absorb the water. So I'll talk y'all and keep talking because I'm a teacher. I
Yes,
love to,
yes.
but I'm also a student. I love to be educated. I love to learn. And then I love to give what I've learned to others in order for their lives to change. And we all can go for a little bit of change, a little bit of more grow.
Yes.
So
That is
Yeah.
true.
Shout out
I
to
appreciate
Golden
you.
Rule. She's in the comments. She said, Ashe. She's supposed to be
Ashe
giving you a
Golden
call. I don't know.
Rule.
I don't know if she called you and like said she's supposed to have been calling you and talking to you. But you know,
Oh,
we
Golden
you
Rule.
know,
Listen, Golden
hey, I
Rule,
knew it. I knew
Golden
it. I
Rule.
Man,
knew
Um,
it.
see, that's what I was talking about. I met some bays.
I
You know what
knew
I
it.
mean?
I
Cold
knew it.
word. Go. Hey,
That's why I said
I'm
we coming.
excited.
We, you know.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about going forward.
Yeah.
I manifested this place as I didn't get on my knees and pray to God, please give me. No, I didn't do that. I spoke to the most high places and said, come unto me what is good. Come unto me what is nourishing for me.
Yeah.
So, and
We
it is
we we
here.
we don't we don't beg. We don't beg. We
We
don't
don't
beg.
beg.
We
We
too
don't
powerful.
beg.
we don't
Yeah.
We ain't, that's that
we
mercy
don't beg.
thing. We ain't into mercy. We
Yeah.
into higher power.
We look,
Mm-hmm.
we don't beg.
No, we don't do that.
Get on our
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get on our
Mm-mm.
knees. We don't even close our eyes. We keep them wide open.
So
But I'm so
yes, sir.
glad,
I go to so many
Mama
places,
Fee.
and I be looking and folks be like, well, let's all pray. And if I'm swear, I look like I ain't closing my eyes.
Hey, that man that came in and shot that church up that time, and the people knew that
Yeah,
that rascal wasn't supposed to be there. See, it couldn't have been me in there because I'd have said, "Get that Nick. Oops, get him now." See, we
yeah,
gotta
folks.
recognize our own energy, and many times, not speaking against anything, but sometimes we can be trained into being unconscious. And I think you spoke on something in reference to that, Mama. And I'm just going to speak to, we have to trust ourselves. We got to trust ourselves, and when we know energy is off, we have to stand on that. We got to
Definitely.
stand on certain things, on certain principles. So yeah, we can't have our eyes closed, especially in this modern day. We have to keep our
Definitely.
eyes open. If we are in the synagogue, we got to keep them open. If we are at the wherever,
Yeah.
we might have
Yeah.
to sleep with one eye open and one eye closed. And if you
Wait, I
got your
used to
husband
hold.
next to you, you tell him to keep one eye open and I keep the other open. That way we have balance.
I know that's right.
So,
Look,
y'all, I'm so
y'all.
grateful. Thank you. You brought me so much
We
joy today. Being able
Yeah,
to open up my throat chakra and speak to realism, speak
man.
from my broken places, my high places, and just places of who I am and where I would like to go. And um, in regards to Golden Rule, oh baby, I'm on you.
I knew
I'm
it. I
on
knew it.
you, Golden
That's why I was
Rule.
like, that's why I like give her a call because I already knew it. I already knew it. But
Fee,
definitely.
I'm watching you. You in Texas? So my
I'm in
people is
Oklahoma.
from Houston, from Houston. What is it? Well, they from Texas. I don't really know all that, but you be on fire with all that you bring. Once I saw the cohesive space of you and saw how you get down, I was honored. I'm still honored. Um, I enjoy your presentation. I enjoy the fact that you took the leap into this space of saying, speaking about higher frequency thinking, higher frequency actions. Um, cuz
Yes.
gratitude to you, baby.
Peace,
Man,
peace, gratitude.
Absolutely. So I
Man.
talk y'all off. I'm gonna put myself on mute and just kind of lay back and let y'all take it from here.
So
uh,
we finna get ready to end it, but I wanted to end it with what you was saying earlier, but we'll talk about it. Cause we gotta have part two. Gotta have part two of this right here. Gotta have you on again. And I've been through a lot too during during the crack era, the drug era. I didn't seen it right in front of me. It happens. My parents, all that. But we'll talk about that next time. But I'm here now. I'm here now. The ancestors like, look, I got a job for you. I got a job for you to do. You ain't. You gotta be here on this realm. You got a job to do, and I'm doing it. I am doing it. You know, I lived through it, especially through the '90s. Like you said, the '90s, I didn't saint it, you know, but I'm here now, and I'm thankful for all y'all coming together and on this journey with me. You know, Frequency Higher Talk is getting good. It's getting good. Before
Yes,
we
sir.
leave, before we leave, Tree, can you let people know where to contact you at, like your Instagram or Facebook, and
Sure.
if you want to know about your
Okay.
business, where that too, you can.
Okay. So I'm gonna tap in. So if you want, you can find me, the farm, at Treetop Groves Farm, located at 12254 Main Street. That's one block north of Hamtramck. I'm also on Instagram, farming with wait a minute, Treetop Groves Farm, farming with Mama Tree. I'm on Facebook, Treetop Groves Farm. I'm also on, excuse me, I'm also on Grown By. Grown By is a mail order farming, organic farming products. You can go to Treetop Groves, I'm sorry, you can go to Grown By website and look up Detroit Farms, and you will see Treetop Groves Farm. Again, we sell organic products. We sell specialty crops, which include collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens. Um, what we growing this year? Watermelons, cantaloupe.
Nope.
We have
Oklahoma.
peaches. Yep, we have peaches. We grow peaches here. We also grow cherries, um, strawberries, uh, just everything. I'm just leaning into good food, organic food. Oh,
And
also too, we accept SNAP EBT. So we pull out that PAX machine, you pull up. And also, if you in need of food, we don't have a problem with putting together love packages. Also, we have a nonprofit organization, which is Treetop Branches 501c3, where we um, provide community engagement. And if you're in need of food, drop me a line. My telephone number is 313-603-0490. And my email address is first name Latrina67 at gmail.com. So we just out here doing it. Organic whole food. If you have any ailments, I'm gonna drop some real hot tidbits down for you. So if your blood pressure raised or your sugar is high, you can use bitter melon. We also I create a sugar reducing, blood pressure reducing product, which has bitter melon, um, stinging nettle, um, reishi mushroom, and it's in a capsule form. It will stabilize your blood sugar and reduce your BP. Um, it's just a lot of different herbs that we grow here that will help you with whatever issue you may have. We put it together. So I'm grateful.
that's right. Eat from the earth.
Eat
Eat
from
from
the
the
earth.
earth.
It's everything.
Yeah. 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 All right, Fee, you got something
I'm
to
def-
say? You wanna
uh, well, she done said everything. Now I just
okay.
learned a lot of stuff, and I have
Me
to
too.
process it. But I know I'm going to get some of that food. And I'm going to check that out, and I'm definitely going to pass on the website um to the people that are in your area, so they know that you're there and they can reach out to you and help you with your business to grow. You never know who or what type of connections you may have. You never know.
Okay.
But I just think you got it,
I'm gonna give one
and
more
I'm
shout out.
definitely
I'm gonna give a shout out to some people just in case if they want to get into they want to purchase a lot to to start
Yeah.
growing food. They
Yeah.
can reach out. They can apply to the Detroit Black Land Farmer Fund. And they're on. You can just type in Detroit Black Land Farmer Fund. Their website will come up, and they begin applications, I think, in August. So if you are interested, if you Black and you live in the city of Detroit, Hamtramck, or Highland Park, I don't even think you got to be Black, but you just live because you just live in Hamtramck, Highland Park, and what I say, Detroit, Hamtramck, and Highland Park. Those three Wayne County cities, and you can submit an application, and they will help you purchase a lot from the Detroit Land Bank Authority to begin your journey as a farmer to capture the land. That's not how I got my
Wish
property
I'd have known.
though. But they do help. They do help with that. You know, if I would have known that back then, I'd have did it. But they help with resources. They help with purchasing materials. They help with acquiring the land. And that is the important part, and that's where it starts.
Mm.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That is so awesome.
That is
Y'all hear
amazing.
what she
That's
said?
amazing.
Reach
Detroit
out.
Black Land
I wish
Farmer Fund. Yes.
All right, guys.
And then
Gonna
if you
take
need
us
some
out.
help, holler at Mama Tree. I got a whole bunch of tricks up my sleeve. So I'm here for you guys.
I say.
Ashe.
All
Ashe.
right, guys. You gonna take us out?
Okay. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for coming on the show once again. Hey, we are growing Frequency Higher Talk. You can reach us all at all the platforms. Reach Fee. She got all kind of platforms going. She got her podcast. She's starting going. She on the Frequency Higher Talk. She doing amazing, amazing. You can reach me at Instagram at _ Frequency Higher Apparel. Another Instagram page is Frequency Higher _ Higher Entertainment Talk. No, that's it. I'm sorry. Frequency Higher. There's so many Frequency Higher. I'm just all over the place. I'll get it to y'all in the comments, but we thank y'all for tuning in. Those who did tune in, it's definitely been a blessing, man. I'm excited. I'm ready to go shot with Tree already.
I'm about to go start playing some stuff right now.
For real. I'm like, man, I knew she had it going. And I reached out to so many people that got their own, they're growing their own food. They didn't want to come on the podcast for some reason. I don't know. It's cool, but hey, she popped up, she showed up and showed out. So, yeah. So, but yeah. So until next time, we thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with another one.
All right. Yep, we'll be back with another one. Y'all stay tuned to all of the sites, and we will be announcing everything. All right.
Yeah.
Frequency Higher Talk.
Frequency Higher _ pod is the Instagram page.
All right, y'all. Meet us over there on
Right.
Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. We love you all. We love you all. And thank you for being with us. We'll see you again.
Love you all. Peace, love, and gratitude. Love you, Fee. Talk to you later.
Love you.
Peace, peace.